That's me graduating Dictator College. And this is me taking over the world with smiles. And this is where I'd put a trophy. If I had one!
Governor Jerry Brown. My aura smiles and never frowns. Soon I will be president.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Every Tuesday Night. My name is Noah Marger.
I'm Dominic Paul.
And I'm Mitchell Pratt. We're here in Noah's house.
So, what are we doing?
I did have something in mind for today.
Oh, you sick bastard.
Well, I did. It's called the Pivot Questionnaire. Or Pivot Questionnaire.
Yeah,
however it's pronounced.
The pigeon questionnaire.
It's a pigeon.
You may know it as the Inside the Actors Studio Questionnaire, the
Right.
one that James Lipton asks at the end of every episode.
Right.
Asks his guests. I'm gonna ask these questions of Noah and Dom. You guys are gonna give your answers as best as you can.
You want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
I'll go first.
That's what I thought. I've got, like, you guys don't know this, but I'm on the fucking warpath today. Anyone who comes in my way gets yanked.
Okay.
So, Dom,
Okay.
we're gonna fight.
Alright.
Dominic Paul, it's time to begin the Pivot Questionnaire. First, what is your favorite word?
Pineapple.
And why?
Pine, apple. Two things. Very different. Tastes great. Okay juice. Yellow on the inside, prickly on the outside. How do people learn to eat it? It rolls off the tongue. Pineapple.
What is your least favorite word?
Flesh.
And why?
I don't like.
Do we want to go question to question or person to person?
I don't know. I don't like.
They're sort of grouped together.
Oh, they are? Okay.
We got like the favorite word, least favorite word. We've got the what turns you on, what turns you off.
Oh, okay.
I'll do the favorite and least for both of you, and
Got
then
it.
we'll go on to the
Okay,
next
cool.
one. So Dom, least
Flesh.
favorite. And why is flesh your least favorite
It
word?
grosses me out.
Is it because it's mine and I told you it was mine and you're obviously stealing it?
No, I actually don't like the word flesh.
Dude, you got fucked, Dom. Nice.
I know,
I
right?
thought I had told you that flesh was my least favorite word, and I thought you were just
I don't
stealing
remember
it
you
because you
saying
couldn't
that.
think of one.
I don't remember you saying that at all.
All
I've
right.
hated the word flesh since I met you.
Go
Well,
on.
that was awesome. That's the funniest thing I've ever heard. It's like I've hated the word lesbians ever since I met a lesbian. It's like saying that.
It's like saying that.
Alright.
All right. I think that's good.
Yeah.
Noah Marger, what is your favorite word?
Lisp.
Lisp. Why is that?
Because when the summer between my freshman and sophomore year of high school, I went to Washington, D.C. and New York with my grandparents and my dad and my sister, and we went to the National Gallery in D.C. And this guy, and I can't even remember the artist's name, I'm sure it's a relatively famous painting because it has to be if it's in the National Gallery, but this artist painted a photo of the word lisp and he painted it as if it was like ribbon. So, and ever since then, I literally have not been able to figure out why he painted that word. And then the more I think about it, it's just like kind of a fun word. Like, it's an interesting word to say because you have an S and a P next to each other, which makes an interesting sound. And then that isp sound, it's just like a pop word that pops. So I've always been interested by that word, and especially with that association with the word with the painting. Because I can't figure out why in God's name someone would paint a photo or paint a picture of the word lisp as like in like ribbon font, I guess. So it's always been interesting to me ever since that day.
It's stuck in your mind.
It is, for sure.
What is your least favorite word?
Hate the word supple.
Supple.
It's just a disgusting word. I shouldn't be telling you guys my least favorite word.
No, why is supple your least favorite?
I think Buffalo Bill says it at one point. I think he does, and it just is creepy.
Yeah, it has creepy connotations.
Yeah,
pretty
there's-
supple, isn't she?
I mean, it's like flesh. There are plenty of people who you don't want to hear saying that word.
We're in the movie that I'm shooting right now, we're using this really shitty mic, but it's really fun to use if you get it really up close to you. And I don't know if I can ever replicate it for about a stretch of 45 minutes, I created a character that was if Matthew McConaughey had done Buffalo Bill. It was such a weird time because I would go up next to the mic and I would do something along the lines of like, "You gonna talk to me like that, or are you just gonna sit there and be a great big fat lady, or am I gonna have to be Interstellar all over your ass?" And I would just like think of different things to say as Matthew McConaughey, as if he was playing Buffalo Bill. And I'd go up to Morgan because Morgan was in the bathtub without a shirt on, and go, "I'd really like to be inside your nipples right now, but they're so big you could land a pie saucer on those shitters." And I would just say scary things like that, and it was such a cool character.
That's terrifying.
Oh my god.
So yeah, my least favorite word is supple because it just reminds me of like if I was like in like a Buffalo Bill situation and I heard him say supple, I'd probably act dead. Like at that point, I'd be like, it's over for me.
All right.
I'm gonna fucking destroy you.
Now for the next pair of questions.
All right.
Ba-ba-da-ba.
Dominic Paul,
Mm.
what turns you on creatively, spiritually, or emotionally?
That is a good one. Oh.
Because we all know what turns you on, just like the normal turn on.
Hairy legs.
Hairy ass butt legs. Oh yeah.
That's a very interesting addition to what I said. Because you know what? It's not at all what I said. That's the really interesting part of that one.
What do you think? What do you think a hairy butt leg is, Noah?
I think it's just like one butt cheek, but like separated from the other butt cheek, stacked on top of the top of a leg, walking around going, "God, I gotta fucking catch my bust." It's like a really unhappy. It knows it's like taking the bus to like the fucking clinic or something. Just like unhappy, like, "God, I got a fucking doctor's appointment. I didn't fill out the form I was supposed to online. I gotta go downtown for this shit. I live in the suburbs." Hairy butt legs is what turns Dom on.
Okay, so what turns me on creatively and emotionally and
All that stuff.
all that shit. I don't know. I say that because sometimes like this just came to mind, but sometimes I'll start crying at a movie for no apparent reason. Like I know it's sad at the point in the movie, like in Kung Fu Panda 2 when he's remembering his family and stuff. I was just like I was like, "Ah!" And then I had to stop myself because I was in front of my parents. I was like, I can't cry in front of my mom and dad at a panda movie. And then the other time was when I was watching Finding Neverland with Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
And I don't even remember what scene it was. I just started like tearing up, and I was like, "Oh my god! This movie!" So it just comes in random places that I don't expect it.
What turns you off?
Shaved butts. No.
We're in my house. Just there's a door and you can leave anytime. And I would be happy to show you that fucking wood panel door.
What turns me off? God, I think I kind of want to say, like, creatively, it's when oh man, this is a fucking hard question.
Well, they're supposed to be hard. They're supposed to tap into the essence of your soul.
I'm not ready to tap into my essence of soul. I'm with you two fucking assholes.
Okay, well, we can come back to you if you want.
No.
You can think about it.
Yeah, go to Noah.
Okay,
right
Noah?
now.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
As ready as you'll ever be?
As ready as I can be.
Okay, what turns you on creatively, spiritually, or emotionally?
All right.
You know, all this together or whatever.
So what turns me on creatively is literally seeing other people who are passionate about their art,
Yeah.
and then seeing that, no matter what the art form is. Recently, it's entered my top 10. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I watched an animated movie called It's Such a Beautiful Day.
Yes.
Yeah, that movie has entered my top 10 because the guy who basically did all of it, I mean, he basically did the whole thing. His name's Don Hertzfeldt. He's actually an Academy Award nominated director, I guess, because he got nominated for Best Animated Short back in the early 2000s. This is, I guess, I would call it a masterpiece. I would call it a masterpiece because it is 3 chapters of this one character who we follow through basically a typical hero's journey story, but the amount of passion and energy put into that project, you have to love something like that because he doesn't use computers. Everything is hand-drawn. All of the effects were shot with either a camera or just, I don't know how he was able to do it, but he superimposes real-life images with these animations, and the narration that he narrates is just, it's beautiful. And so seeing those people be passionate about what they do is inspiring to me and turns me on creatively and makes me want to go out and, in a sense, replicate that, because I think that I'm always, I'm learn best about myself through imitation. That's why I was so attracted to acting, and still am to a certain extent, because it is learning through imitation. So that's what turns me on creatively. Emotionally, seeing other people express emotion and be vulnerable. TED Talks are a great example of that. I'm interested now in this thing called The Moth, which is people telling stories, which is it's story slam, basically. So that is what turns me on creatively and emotionally, is just seeing the expression of those things.
And what turns you off?
Negativity. Definitely negativity, for sure. If, it's something that I struggle with, to be when I'm either on set or in the process of a play, or from working on a big piece or whatever. The negativity that either one person out of a group exhibits, or that the person leading can sometimes exhibit, although it is a natural part of the process to feel uncertain and doubt yourself and doubt the project. When that negativity starts to creep in, it starts to turn me off from whatever it might be. That and people who, arrogance, negativity and arrogance. The arrogance that sometimes I see musicians use, like Jack White. He's one of my favorite musicians, but he's arrogant. He's extremely arrogant in his shows. So that I would say those are the 2 things that are my biggest turnoffs, are arrogance and negativity.
Dom, have you reached a conclusion?
I think so. I think for me, what it turns me off the most is stagnancy. And like, if I'm working on something, or if I'm working with you guys on something, and I find that I'm not doing something at all, then that sort of turns me off, because then I'm not engaging myself creatively, and I'm just sort of sitting there floating. And I think that really breaks down me coming up with ideas or adding ideas to a greater project. So, and I find that when I'm just at home, just sitting and doing effing nothing, it's really just a total destroyer of any form of creative output. Although I did just think, for something that does also turn me on, I like listening to people's thought processes on stuff. Like watching clips on like the movie Under the Skin by Jonathan Glazer, and watching Jonathan Glazer like discuss the project and discuss what he was interested in and what he wanted to do with it. That's always something I really like and enjoy, and I like reading interviews with directors or writers and stuff like that about like, oh yeah, I was going for this, or oh, I love this idea, stuff like that.
Nice.
Under the Skin needs a Criterion release.
It does.
It really does.
Oh.
All right. What is your favorite curse word?
Oh man.
Come on, Dom, you know like 3.
I feel like I know so many curse words. My favorite, I really like just saying the F word.
You can say it if you want.
You fuck. But like,
That's the F word? That's fucking crazy.
but it's sometimes sometimes I won't say it, like when I'm like, oh, F this or something, because it sort of needs to be like capped, and I think the best times to say it are when it really
Warrants it?
yeah, or sort of heightens what's going on, or even just when you're feeling like shit and you're just in your car and you're just like, I'm really mad, and you just shout at the top of your lungs, fuck, and just for like 5 seconds, and then you're just like, oh, that felt good. Jeez Louise, that felt good.
Jeez Louise.
Just jeez Louise.
Jeez Louise, Johnny, you want to go down to the soda parlor and say fucking shit?
Fuck no.
We want to go back to my house and finger my cooter?
Okay, they just started fucking on the couch.
Oh, Mitchell, come over here.
No.
All right, yeah.
Noah, what is your favorite curse word?
I hate to leave any other curse words out of this. No, I actually do like the fact that there are so many different ones.
Yeah, me too.
So I like all of them.
What's one that you want to give a special shout out to today?
I really
Which
like
one's your favorite child?
I really like motherfucker.
Motherfucker.
Because it's like, wow, you must really hate that person in order to call them a motherfucker. I do have an interesting story about a curse word though. How I found what I thought cocksucker meant for a long time. I was with my dad in the
Oh no, I don't like where this is going.
No,
yeah.
it gets better.
yeah.
Oh yeah! I was in my dad's. I was like probably 8 or 9 or 10 or something, and I was in the car with my dad, and we're driving down a hill, and this kid just rides his bike across the street really fast, and my dad had to slam on the brakes and went, "That fucking cocksucker," and I didn't know what that meant. I was like, "Whoa, what does that mean?" And so I looked at him and was like, "Dad, what's cocksucker mean?" And he just looked at me, and he knew that he fucked up when he said that. He was like, "Oh, man.
Oh, no!
Now I gotta tell him what it means." But he looked at me, and I'll never forget it, because I thought this for a solid year or two before I put the two parts of the word together, and he looked at me and he said, "It means a big jerk." And I went, "Oh. All right." And then I didn't think anything of it until I really found out what cocksucker meant. And I was like, "Oh, boy."
How'd you find out?
Well, I heard someone explain what it meant.
Oh, okay.
And then I also... do you remember Connor Vitsky?
Yeah, I remember Connor Vitsky. Wait, is this something that we can put in the podcast?
Well, you're going to have to bleep the word out. But,
Okay.
But I was...
Wait, the name or the word?
The word.
The
Frontiersman?
word.
Yeah.
The word we're keeping.
Well, okay, so I was on the bus when I was in 7th grade. I think I was in 7th grade. It was either in 6th or 7th grade. And I was just saying cunt because I didn't know what it meant.
Okay, yeah, we are.
No, we're not cutting that. That's a great word.
And I was just like saying it, and I was like, "Man, what does cunt mean?" And I said it kind of loud. And he turns around in the bus seat, and he had his like guitar in like his guitar case. And he turns around and goes, "It means vagina," and then turned back around. And I was like, "Not saying that one anymore." So that was exciting. But my favorite one is motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true. That is sort of reserved. Like, you can say it one of two ways. You can say it like the way, Shaft would say, just like
He's a bad
bad motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, that kind of way. Or you can you get a call that your friend is, that your friend embezzled money from your business, and you go, "You motherfucker."
Yeah.
Just like that's.
I'll kill you.
Kill you.
Shoot him through the phone, and he's like, ah, ah, ah.
Okay.
So what's the next question?
Next question
Aw.
is a two-parter. Maybe a little abstract. Dominic Paul.
Mm-hmm.
What sound or noise do you love?
Oh man, all sounds and noises.
That one. That's what he loves. What sound or noise do you love? Go.
Just there's so many sounds and noises. Just any that just come out naturally.
How about just the first one that
You gotta
No,
narrow
'cause,
that
like,
down, dude.
Because can only be used in like certain situations. Whereas another time you might be just like yeah or ah or something like that.
It's just Dom is actually insane.
Hey,
Yeah, it's fine.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's a time and place for a noise, and whatever's the most natural is the best.
Okay.
Okay, so if I farted right now... and
No,
it was like
because that's a
really-
bodily action. It's not a.
It is a sound or noise.
It's a sound or a noise that naturally came out of me.
No, fuck you. It has to come out of your mouth, so you can't
Oh,
burp
so if I
either.
burp- so if I
no,
burped
because
or I threw up...
Just shut your fucking.
You got a lot of like fucking holes.
No, because like.
you do, you asshole.
Okay, fine, we'll count that. But if you were to fart and then be just like, "Eh," or or something. I don't know.
What the would excuse it?
No, just like whatever. Just fuck you guys. Move on to this.
Well, Dom, it's another two-parter. What sound or noise do you hate?
Oh, whenever a baby cries. Worse is whenever a child is like. I used to do that a lot, and my parents are really fucking pissed at me.
They sounded like the Wicked Witch of the West.
No,
Are they still pissed at you for that?
No, of course. And like, there would be times where I would like start to do it, and my dad would be like, "Don't you dare make that noise!" And I'd be just like, "Ah!" And then I would stop. But then 5 minutes later, I would make the noise, and they'd throw me in the back of the car and whoop my ass.
Nice, dude.
So yeah, dude, child abuse. The
Yeah.
best kind. Hey, oh, hey.
Only when it's happening to you.
Yep. There was once when I was acting out once at the restaurant Izzy's. And so
Well, no kidding, you were acting out. You were at Izzy's.
no, I loved Izzy's as a kid. I don't remember why I was acting out, but my dad was like, "That's it, come here," and he takes me into the car, and he's like, "You can stay here and think about your actions or whatever." And so he leaves me in the car, and he goes back into the restaurant. So I'm just sitting there, just like, and then someone saw my dad take me out and thought he was gonna like abuse me because he didn't see me walk back in, so they called the cops.
Whoa.
And they came and they were like, "Is your son okay?" And they're like, "Yeah, he's just in the car." So they had to go up and be like, "So Nick, come out of the car and show the nice cops that we haven't beat you."
They're like giving
It's
you
like, "Hey, I'm here. Where's the food?"
They're giving you ice cream and shit. Here you go.
Now, son, where did he touch you? I mean, my dad touches me all sorts of places. He does me here and here and here. It's like, yes, a little lower. There we go. That's all we need.
I was watching this documentary called Mr. Warmth, which is about Don Rickles. And he's the old, he's Mr. Potato Head.
Yeah, I know
Oh,
Don Rickles.
okay. So yeah, so he's still like 90 years old and still doing stand-up. And like, he's the last person who they're gonna let get away with the shit that he says. Because it's just, he looks in the audience and says things like, "Hey, you Catholic? You getting touched recently?" And he just says, like, just the worst possible shit. But he's 90 years old, and so they let him, like, fucking do it until he dies. And he's like such a sweet guy, but like, whenever in the Johnny Carson, they had like an archival clip of Johnny Carson talking about Don Rickles, and he said, "I never prepared anything when Don Rickles would come out, because I knew that I wasn't gonna get a word in edgewise." And that's how I feel about Dom.
Wow.
I'm not gonna prepare anything, because I'm just gonna let him do whatever he's gonna do.
Well, that's nice.
Wait, how did that tie into me getting beat by my dad?
I guess he's just gonna do whatever he's gonna
Noah Marger,
do. Yes.
what sound or noise do you love?
Laughter.
Oh.
Laughter, definitely. Definitely. I mean, I think I have to go any further than this.
That's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
I mean, you're a comedian, and
Yeah.
you love to bring joy to people.
Absolutely. That's my favorite sound.
Now, what sound or noise do you hate?
Contextually,
Yeah.
silence, because it's the absence of noise, which is a little bit unnatural. I mean, you can look at it two ways. You could say that noise is unnatural, or you could say silence is unnatural, depending upon your viewpoint of it. But contextually, silence, like, it's the opposite of, if I want to tell a joke and it doesn't land and it's silence, that's cold.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
That's death.
But I would say because that doesn't really answer the question, because silence is the absence of a noise or sound.
Yeah.
So I'll say
it's a very vulnerable space to be in.
absolutely.
You know, because when everything is silent, then you're kind of revealed.
Oh, yeah.
You're just like, oh man, I'm just a raw nerve standing out here.
That's my thought process on it. But if I were to pick an actual noise that I dislike, I would probably also go with children crying. It's I think that's a universally one that almost universally one that people don't like.
I love it.
Yeah, I know you do.
I love the sound.
But that's
of
because
children
your
crying.
dick's out right now and you have cat fancy all over the room. So you're like on a different plane.
This is your house. Why would I have cat fancy all over the room?
Because it's my cat fancy. You're just using it for evil.
Fancy feast!
Fancy feast.
Okay,
Does whatever you do in your bed.
Dominic Ball,
Yes.
it's come to the final question.
Good.
Dom, we'll start with you. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
You might want to stand up for this.
I'm fucking ready.
Dude, stand up.
If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates? There's God right there. What do you want him to say to you?
I want him to say, nothing.
You want him to say the word?
No, I don't want him to say a goddamn word to me. I just want him to sort of be there, looking at me with all his grace, and then just sort of like motion for me to move along. And then I'll be just like, alright, cool. And I'll walk in.
Noah,
All right.
why don't you stand up too? Noah Marcher.
Look at your dad. Jesus.
Noah, you've entered heaven, and there's God.
There he is.
What do you want him to say to you? Dominic is standing in for God at the moment.
But he's acting like a speckled mole is what he's laughing like. It's like in like the G-Force character. Like the fucking blind Nicolas Cage mole. So the question is, if
Heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
I'm kind of along with Dom, where I don't really want him to say anything, but in the context of this question, I'll just have him say, "You did okay."
Nice.
Yeah.
And
Did okay.
Honestly, on Inside the Actors Studio, anyone who answers that question, they say a variation on that.
Yeah, they did.
On you did okay.
Yeah.
Why I love you. The way you hold my hand, your laughing eyes, the way you understand your secret sighs, they're all part of 16 reasons why I love you. The way you comb your hair, your freckled nose, the way you say you care, your crazy clothes, that's just half of 16 reasons why I love you. Snuggling in the car, your wishing.
And we're back.
I was gonna fucking
Fuck
do
you!
I was gonna do that.
Okay, one more time.
Hey.
And we're back.
We're back.
Stop it. we have a very special guest visiting us today. What's his name?
Oh, it's Jeffy Swami, right?
Jeffy Swami. That's it.
Is that a guitar? Yes.
Yes, Jeffy Swami. That's a guitar.
I want to play the guitar.
Go ahead. We had it here specifically for you.
Okay.
Oh, I like this guitar. Okay. Yeah. So Jeffy Swami.
He's picking up a paperclip and using it as a pick. It's a stupid idea. Hey, can you stop?
My
name, Jeffy Swami. Yo,
Yes.
it's fine.
Where are you from?
I'm from Tennessee. From Tennessee? What part of Tennessee are you from?
All of Tennessee.
All right. What do you like? What do you do in Tennessee, or where do you live there, or what the fuck's the deal?
I play the guitar.
Okay.
Okay, so you're a musician. You
I go to the bars. I say, "Hey, is that a guitar? Is that a guitar?"
Do they pay you to do this?
Of course it pays me. I walk in. I go, "Is that a guitar?" I go, "Yeah, play the guitar." And I pull it up and I play the guitar.
Are they sure that you're sure that are you sure they just don't feel bad for you? They think you wandered in here off the street. And you
Oh,
just
they
need
feel
some money.
real bad. They feel real bad. That's why they let me play the guitar.
You have this really weird swelling on your foot right there, and I don't understand it.
Oh, it's from a gator. Gator got me in the foot. I didn't let go.
They have
In Tennessee?
They have gators in Tennessee?
He is a Texan gator. He was from the circus.
Wow.
I go to the circus, I say, "Is that a guitar? I want to play the guitar." And the gator will come up and bite me in the ankle. Never let go.
Is the gator a nickname for someone who bit you there? Is he one of your bandmates?
Yeah, Gator Stewie.
Gator Stewie, wow.
Gator Stewie bit me on the ankle, didn't let go. And I was playing the guitar. I said, "Gator, I gotta play the guitar." He said, "I won't play the guitar."
Can you take us back to the first time you ever played the guitar?
Yeah. I was at the bar. I was about 23. I was having a drink. I see Bobby D playing on stage. I go up to Bobby D. I said, "Bobby D, is that a guitar?" "Bobby D, I want to play the guitar."
And what did Bobby D say?
He said, "Of course you play the guitar. Play the guitar." And I started strumming the guitar.
Would I offend you if I wanted to play the guitar?
Play the guitar. Play the guitar.
That's really generous.
Thank you, Jeffy Swami. I did it. That was
You,
cool.
yeah, you
Wow.
play the guitar.
Wow. I guess I could be in your band.
Yeah, you play the guitar. You be my band.
Well,
we
when
play
I-
the guitar.
Well, I should warn you. I've actually been playing guitar for a while. I just didn't want to overshadow you in front of our friends. Can I go it? Can I go for it?
Yeah, play the guitar. Okay, now don't play the guitar. I want to play the guitar.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
No, I didn't tell anyone I could do that, but
Noah, why aren't you a musician?
oh, I don't know.
When did you learn to play the guitar?
I taught myself.
Oh, you
actually.
play the guitar, everybody giant.
Jeffy, where did you learn?
I learned from Bobby D. Bobby
Bob-
D teaches me everything I know.
Oh,
So you picked up. So just to recap, you picked up the guitar, played the guitar, then Bobby D taught you how to play the guitar.
Yeah, weekdays for 25 cents.
and what's Bobby D doing now?
Bobby D, he big time music man, Bobby D.
Okay.
Who has Bobby D worked with?
Bobby D worked with, Bobby D. He worked with,
Wait, I think I'm catching on. Is Bobby D Bob Dylan?
Yeah, Bobby D.
Jesus
Bobby
Christ.
D. And
How did you
I tell Bobby D everything you know.
I thought he taught you everything you know.
Yeah, mutual relationship. He teaches me how to play the guitar, and I teach Bobby D how to sing about things like poor people. And
You
the
taught
dumps.
Bobby Dylan how to sing?
Yeah, I teach Bobby D.
So it's
I
your
said,
fucking
"Oh,
fault that we have to
times
live with
they
that
are changing."
So,
Did you actually write music for him, or did he write that?
Oh, I rap Bobby D, right? I rap for Bobby D.
You wrote Bobby D's?
Yeah, Bobby D paid me 25 cents an hour. I wrote down a song.
and you say you met him in a bar when you were 23.
Yeah.
So this must have been in the 1950s. That means you're like almost like 80 years old now.
Yeah, I'm 85 just the other day.
I wouldn't guess it. You don't look a day over 20.
Yeah.
You smell terrible, though.
You do.
It's the guitar. You play the guitar every day, you start to smell, you look young as new.
Do you shower with the guitar?
Oh, every day I shower with the
I
guitar.
don't believe you, because that smell
I
is
shower with the
absolutely
guitar.
terrible.
I shower with the guitar. I sit in the car, I go, God, la, la.
What's your favorite guitar to play? Like a Fender? Or
My favorite guitar is a custom guitar. I have guitar, I have banjo, I have fiddle, I have guitar.
That is a
It's called
child's...
the Wakatata.
That's a child-sized guitar. that you were
yeah, it's a
holding.
very small
Yeah.
guitar you have there. I'd almost call it a ukulele.
No, it's not ukulele.
I know it's not a ukulele.
It's
but
a
pretty small.
Wakatata.
Don't you ever fucking offend Jeffy Swami like that.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
you make me cry, man. You make me cry.
I'm sorry, Jeffy Swami. Don't cry.
All I want to do is come in and go with that guitar. I want to play the guitar.
Yeah.
Do you have any plans for any, like, touring or anything? Because you are fantastic.
Well, I always want to go back to Louisiana and make it back up to Tennessee on a live tour called the Daddy Guitar Tour.
You've been in Louisiana then.
Yeah.
What have you done in Louisiana? What was like some great memories there?
Well, I played the guitar. I drank the booze.
Yeah, I can tell you smell very pungent of alcohol.
Yes.
I played the guitar some more.
After
I run for
drinking
mayor.
Run for
Wait, you ran for mayor?
Yeah, I run for mayor in Louisiana.
You can't run for mayor of Louisiana. Louisiana's a state.
No, I run for mayor.
So which city in Louisiana did you run for mayor for?
All the cities love me. They go, always had a guitar. I go, that's the guitar. Let me be mayor.
So you ran for you would have ran for like governor or something.
You're not
Yeah,
fucking
I run for-
understanding what he's saying.
I'm sorry, I'm trying my best.
I run for mayor. I run for governor. I run for president. I'm the
You're running for president of Louisiana?
Yeah, no, yeah.
That's a big order.
Noah, can you please play the guitar just one more time just so I can feel better?
Yeah, no
Yeah,
problem.
play the guitar.
This is actually one that I worked out with the Allman Brothers.
Okay.
Yeah, ready?
Well, what are your future plans, Jeffy?
Oh, yeah. Gonna die soon.
You did die soon.
Gonna die soon.
Have you foreseen your own death?
Got lymphoma.
You've got lymphoma.
Yes.
You look great, though.
Well, it's from playing guitar.
Oh.
See my fingers, see?
What else do you think is like why are you like this? Like,
Well, back in the day, my daddy, he played guitar, and he said, I want that baby to play guitar. So he took the guitar, and he put it on my mom baby, and he just started strum. But then I come out, and I go, I don't want to play guitar. So we whacked me in the head with guitar until I want to play guitar.
what do you think the most effective methods for playing the guitar? Because you talk about the strummy. What other methods do we have?
You gotta put your pinky up on the high C string. You see that? You gotta strum it like bam, bam.
I believe that's called noodling.
Bam, yeah, you gotta do.
Well, okay, you were making more noise there with your mouth than you were with the guitar. It sounded like the melody was coming from your dooba dooba doo doo doo.
Wait, let me figure out the tune now. Let me figure out. Okay, here we go.
You know, it makes sense now that he taught Bob Dylan how to sing.
Yeah, it does. No, it's almost as if he's doing a terrible Adam Sandler impression and calling it a different character.
I don't ever say that. I see old movies. That's the boy. That's a good boy. We may see. I love Adam Sandler. Love him dead.
You know, is there anything else that you can give us insight into the music industry? You've obviously been around a long
Who
time.
have you worked with over the years?
Oh yeah, I worked with Billy Joel. I worked
Really?
with
Like helping him write songs, or
Oh no, I was his bitch boy.
his what?
His bitch boy.
His
I play the
bitch boy.
guitar and go, bitch boy, come play the guitar. I go, okay, bitch Joel, when I play the guitar, while he kiss my ass.
That is a well-known industry fact that Billy Joel always keeps a bitch boy around.
Yeah, bitch boy.
Well, okay, so you've had a stint as a bitch boy.
Yeah.
Are you sure you're from Tennessee?
I'm from Tennessee, cause I got my license, I got my birthright, I got my guitar. See, it's a Louisiana, Tennessee guitar.
I was gonna say you sound like a lot more from the Bayou. Is what you sound
Oh, yeah, the bayou is from all over Tennessee, let me tell you.
Are there any current artists that you admire or would really like to work with?
Yeah, Loopy Boo.
Loopy Boo?
Loopy Boo, he underground. No one even know heard of him yet.
I sure haven't heard of him. Have you heard of him,
Loopy
Noah?
Boo.
No, I don't even think he's real. To be honest
Loopy
with you.
Boo, he go up, he pull out the good old fiddle. He played that fiddle like a cat right out of hell. Played that fiddle. And then as soon as everyone asked him, who are you? He go, I'm Loopy B. And he zips out,
His
zoop
name's
out of
Loopy
there.
Boo.
Loopy B, Loopy Boo.
Oh, okay, so his last name is Boo. Sometimes he goes by Loopy B.
Loopy Boo, Loopy B, C-S-K-Z.
Okay, anybody else?
Oh yeah, there's
Anyone we would know?
oh, that's a tough one. S.I.E.
S.I.E.
S-I-E?
S.I.E. Sia, Xiao Chow,
I
Sia.
believe it's spelled S-I-A.
Yeah,
S.I.E.
let's give him a pass. He's got enough going
No,
on.
I go up to S.I.E. I go, Miss Sia, I like your music. She go, it's not Sia, it's S.I.E.
Okay. How did you meet her exactly?
Oh, I was in the back of a truck and down to the country road. And we pull up and there's a pretty girl with a big old white wig. And I go, excuse me, miss, you need a ride? And she go, yeah, I'm S.I.E. We go, S.I.E., you mean to go sing Chandelier? And she goes, that very same one I sing Chandelier.
Could you do a cover of Chandelier for us right now?
Yeah, let me. Oh, chandelier, oh the chandelier. I just want to swing from the chandelier.
Utterly disturbing.
Thank you very much.
So if there's nothing else to talk about,
I don't believe
think
there is.
I think we should end this interview.
We should end this interview. Jeffy Swanee, thank you for joining us.
Oh
on
yeah,
Every
get
Tuesday
my
night.
ass, go back,
Thank you so much. That feels so clammy.
Yeah.
Jeffy Swanee, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow. I'm really glad. Too bad Dominic missed this.
I don't think it's too bad that he missed it.
Yeah, I think that him and Dom actually know each other is what it sounds like.
Yo, guys, a redneck just stole my keys.
Get down, little Lynn, really, and stay all night with me. The very best lodging I can afford will be far better than this. I can't get down there, I won't get down and stay all night for the girl I have in that merry Greenland. I love her better than this. She leaned herself against the fence.
So after the nightmare that was Jeffy Swanee, we move on to our next topic, which is
What would be your worst restaurant scenario?
genius. All right.
I'm glad we figured it out. I was on the bus to Ashland once with ACMA, and we stop in this place every year called Cottage Grove, Oregon, which is basically just a truck stop.
Okay.
And there's like a Carl's Jr., a Jack in the Box, and a McDonald's all at this one location. And most of the time that everyone goes into the McDonald's just to not be in a bus for a while. And I'm in the I didn't get anything to eat, but I went into the bathroom at this McDonald's. And I was at the urinal. And the urinal, it's one of those urinals that are divided by the little walls between each of the urinals, so you can't stand next to the one actually as they're peeing. And so I'm standing there taking a pissing shit, and then just this old guy taking a pissing shit.
You're pissing shit out of your
That's got to be the worst thing in the entire world.
terrifying.
So I'm standing there, pissing shit, and this old guy, he's probably in his 50s, walks up next to me, and he's like, "Hey, how's it going?" I'm like, "You're talking to me at a urinal." I just fucking farted
Right in the face, too.
Did you guys? I really hope
Jesus.
that caught that. I just fucking farted as I was standing up. I'm a fucking old man.
Oh my God.
And so I'm standing, there taking a
He's
piss.
reenacting this.
He's taking a piss. And the guy comes up to this side of me, and this is the worst thing I've ever said to a person. He says, "Hey, how's it going?" "I'm pretty good. How are you?" "Good." And then there's a long silence, and he says, "They ought to make these urinals higher up off the ground." And I say, "No, I like this distance."
What did he do? Just pull out a knife and skip you in the butt?
He has never, he did not speak. He was
Good.
He was mortified, and then I just washed my hands, and I came out, and I looked at Ryan Benson and Josiah Boucher, and I said, "I just said the worst thing I've ever said to another person in that bathroom."
That can't
Oh
be
my
the
God,
worst thing
this
you've ever
is-
said to another person.
Well, it was at the time, it was the worst thing I had ever said to another person. I got so many bad stories about restaurants, though.
I've got one that I can remember.
Okay.
I don't remember a lot of bad restaurant experiences, but I remember one. It must have been when I was maybe 8 years old or something. It was my first time visiting New York City. It was a big family thing. Well, I think we were already on the East Coast visiting family members for 4th of July weekend.
Okay.
And we stopped by in New York City, me, my dad, my mom, and my sister. And I remember, I remember first. You never forget your first time in New York.
Right.
It's just this big, beautiful place. We went to a restaurant, and I was a very picky eater at this age.
I can believe that.
I was a monstrously picky eater.
Yeah.
I mean, I would just every fancy restaurant we would go to, I would just order chicken tenders or a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and that would be it.
Dude.
I wouldn't have anything else.
Nice.
Having friends, my parents, when they would have dinner parties with their friends, no matter what they were making, they had to make sure that they made me a bowl of Kraft macaroni and cheese.
Nice.
Because that's all I would eat. So I was, and I just wouldn't have any other sauce with anything except ketchup.
Nice.
I was a terrible little kid
Right.
when it came to food. So we go to this restaurant. I forget what the restaurant was, but I ordered the chicken tenders. Ordered the chicken tenders with ketchup, and they bring it out, the chicken tenders and the fries, and they had the little sauce container,
Okay.
whatever you would call it, and I just assume it's ketchup in there. I dip the chicken tender in, and I take a bite, and I immediately start to get this disgusted look on my face. And my parents have seen this face too many times already, at this point in my life.
Right.
They were just like, "Mitchell, what could possibly be wrong with it? It's just chicken. It's just chicken tender and ketchup." And I'm just like, "This tastes weird."
Oh, man.
and they just didn't believe me. They didn't believe it. They thought I was overreacting like I always do to just the slightest different thing going on with my food. And they were just like, Mitchell, eat it. And I'm just like, no, it tastes really weird. And my dad wanted to prove that there was nothing wrong with it. And he's just like, all right, you want to see? You want to see? He takes a chicken tender, dips it in the sauce, and eats it. And he goes, wait a minute, this isn't ketchup. It was, I think it was soy sauce or something.
Oh, what the fuck is wrong with you?
The point is, it was something that wasn't supposed to go with chicken tenders in any capacity. And then they were just like, waiter, can we get ketchup with this? And they're like, oh, sure, sorry. Brought in a little thing of ketchup. And then I was a happy camper.
Maybe you shouldn't be fucking ordering chicken tenders at a Chinese food restaurant, and then you won't get soy sauce with your chicken nuggets.
It wasn't a Chinese restaurant, though. It was some, kind of Red Robin-y kind of place.
Yeah.
It was up. My memory's hazy because it was when I was really little, and I was barely having memories at that age.
Sure.
So that's the only bad restaurant experience I can really remember. Actually, I do remember once. Well, I'll tell this after Dom.
You got a
Dom
bad
tells
one?
his.
My worst restaurant experience is one time when we went to Benihana,
God damn.
and I was really hungry, and I was like, yo, sushi guy, I want some food, man. Why are you taking so long with the food? And he says, hey, you better cut it out, or I'll feed you to the lobster. And I was just like, oh yeah, I'm sure you will. And he brings out the first dish that they give you, I guess, and he serves it up, and I eat it, and I'm just like, this is gross, this is nasty, what kind of chef are you? You're no chef. He goes, that's it, I'm feeding you to the lobster. So he grabs me, and he goes, you want a hamburger? And I go, no, not really. And he goes, well, too bad. And he throws me in the lobster tank, and the lobsters start pinching.
Are you fucking serious?
He's not serious,
Dom.
Noah. Dom's bullshitting out his ears.
I did go to Benihana one time, though. This is for real. And I was really hungry, and they were taking a really long time. And I was just like, I'm so hungry. Where's the food? And I said it too loud, and the chef guy looked at me and go, you want a cheeseburger? And I was just sort of like, no. And he stopped. And
Wait,
he went back to work.
That's
I
when
was
you
like,
fucking look at him and go, yeah?
Yeah, give it to me, asshole!
Yeah, no kidding. They're such arrogant pricks at Benihana.
Well, they're putting on a show, is what they're doing.
They're fucking making sushi.
No, but there's a craft and a performance to it. Though.
They're fucking making sushi.
All I want is a cheeseburger. That's all I want.
I went to a Benihana for the first time in my life last fall. Fall 2014 was the first time I'd ever been to a Benihana.
Wow,
and I thought it was amazing. It was like the Cirque du Soleil of sushi restaurants.
That is so hard for me to believe that you liked it.
I did like it, Noah. Fuck you. I liked it.
That's fair, yeah.
I had one more bad restaurant experience, just a footnote. It's not really a story. We were at an Indian restaurant, and they had a belly dancer performing there.
Oh, yeah. You wet
Yeah.
your pants. You combed your pants looking at her, and you got it all over the food, and your mom was like, eat it, little shit.
Okay, so I was at this Indian restaurant, and they had a belly dancer there. I must have been I was really little at the time, or not really little. I was maybe like a 5th grader.
Okay.
Old enough that I could be embarrassed of my parents.
Okay.
So my
Nelson, this is a Nelson story, isn't it?
it is Nelson's story.
Nelson.
So the belly dancer comes out, and I'm really nervous.
Yeah.
I'm nervous because I'm 10 years old or something like that, 9, I forget, and I'm awkward around girls as it is.
Right.
And then there's this, half-naked, sexy woman who's, belly dancing around the place, and I didn't know what to do, and I was just like, Mom, can I step out for a little bit? And she was like, sure, Mitchell. So I walked out and I went to the bathroom, and I just wanted to wait until the music was over, and I hear people clapping and cheering outside because it was like a big thing or whatever, and I peek out and I see my dad is standing up dancing with the belly dancing lady.
Nice.
With my mom and my sister laughing while he's doing it, and a whole restaurant watching it.
She gave him the fuck me eyes.
And I just after that was all done, after the belly dancer had left, I stormed out of the bathroom and walked up to my dad. And I said, "What were you doing? What were you thinking? This is so embarrassing." And they just weren't listening to me at all.
Good.
No, they really just didn't acknowledge it.
It was just like, fuck you, son, I'm getting some tonight.
He's a married man.
I'm gonna
Dominic.
come over that belly.
Later, we went back to that same restaurant, and they had a different belly dancer there. Who was,
Same one.
No, it was a white woman
Oh,
this time around.
What the fuck?
A red-haired white woman.
That's weird.
That's cultural appropriation.
And she taught my sister. Like, she went up to her table and just like, you want to know how to do this?
how to dance?
She didn't talk like that, Dominic.
She just said, "Hey, would you like to learn how to dance?"
Yeah.
It
and
sounded
so-
like me for some reason.
It was you the whole time.
It was.
God, if only they did it like the Ricky Gervais show, where they animate to what we're talking right now.
That would be so cool.
That'd be funny.
So did you teach your sister how to belly dance?
She just taught her like a move. Like, this is what you do. You move your wrist like this, and just your heel like this, and you move your belly like that. Just like a simple thing.
Meanwhile, your sister's high on weed, just like, what?
Dominic has the hots for Katie.
I do.
Dominic has the
I
hots
did.
for my sister who's getting married.
I mean, I can still have the hots for someone who was getting married.
I mean,
No one's saying that you don't. Like, we're very obviously stating the fact that you do.
I'm
We're
just-
just stating the fact that she's taking you.
I'm just saying, she was fully aware. She was
Shit,
fully
man.
aware, and she
She was-
manipulated me.
okay, we're gonna move
No,
on.
we
now.
must cover this subject.
Stop fucking
It's
touching me.
important.
Why? Stop touching me. You've been touching me all night. Touch my pee-pee.
Okay.
Call the cops.
You two have fought all night. I want to get in a fight.
No, we gotta talk about Mitchell's sister.
When Mitchell does it, it's just literally him beating the shit out of Dom.
Ow. Get the fuck off me. I'm trying
Okay.
to tell a story.
Alright, so
I remember.
shut the fuck
I
up now.
remember.
Okay.
I remember this one time. Mitchell and I were hanging out at his house, and he was like, "Oh yeah, okay, yeah, we'll hang out that day. My sister will come and get you." And I was like, "Oh yeah, cool, that's fine." And so she picks me up, and she has on these super high short shorts.
It's because she was a cross-country runner.
Yeah, but she had time to change.
She did not. She had practice coming up.
and I get in the car and I keep my eyes forward like a good gentleman, and she goes, "Dominic, I want you to stare at my legs." And I was like, "No, Katie, I'm friends with your brother. I can't do that kind of
say
stuff."
that.
And she goes, "Dominic, you better stare at my legs or I'll whoop your ass." And I was like, "Okay, Katie, I'll stare at your legs." So I stare at her. She's like, "Oh yeah, you like those legs?" I was like, "I mean, they look nice. I'm not gonna like say they look bad." She's like, "Yeah, that's what I like."
You're bad people.
And I was like, "I just want to get over and play with Mitchell. That's all I want to do." She's like, "Oh yeah, I'm sure you want to play with Mitchell. Well, I want to play with you." I was like, "That's not appropriate. That's not comfortable. I want to leave now." And she was like, "No, shut your mouth. Look at my legs and don't say a word." And I was just like, "Okay." And so I just stared at her legs, and she was just like, "Oh yeah," the whole ride. And then we finally got home, and she was like, "Hey Mitchell, how's it going?" And I was just like, "Mitchell," she was like, "Don't tell him. Don't fucking tell him."
This is making me miss Jeffy Swan.
So, two stories.
Fuck. Go ahead.
One time, I just had gotten really into Chinese food.
Like, into it as a hobby? Your parents would come home and you'd be like, "Hey, welcome to Noah's China Shop. I'm gonna cook you up some fried rice. You want some soy on that sauce? Hey, here we go." Hey, and they're just like, "No, stop."
Dominic has taken over my anus.
Oh my god.
He's just inside me. And I can't get him out no matter what I do.
Shit. Okay, go ahead, Noah. What were you gonna talk about?
So I was really into Chinese food. And we're at my favorite Chinese food restaurant.
Yeah.
Xinhua. It's fucking my Chinese food restaurant that I fucking own. And it's the Noah special. Welcome to Noah's Chinese Shop. It's just fucking me shitting on a plate.
Here's your fortune. Go home.
It's actually a pretty good idea for a skit. So we're at the fucking restaurant, right? And it's my dad, my sister, and I.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited to eat Chinese food. like just overjoyed that I get to eat Chinese food in about 20 minutes. I'm gonna die. And so we order the food, having a great fucking time with Matt and Malia, and the waiter walks away, and all of a sudden, just like this fucking change, just this change happened in me where I couldn't I didn't talk, and I just felt really, really sweaty, and I was like, oh, I'm not gonna enjoy this Chinese food in 20 minutes. I just got so sick Like, I was like, oh my god, I feel like, literally, I thought, I was like, what is happening to me? And so then, the guy comes back, puts down the Chinese food, and, like, not even a second, like, after he leaves, I look at my dad and my sister and I go, we need to pack us up right now. And they're like, what? We just got the food. I'm like, pack it up. I gotta go. I don't feel good. I'm like, okay. So, like, they pack the food up, and we're driving, and he's driving back to my mom's house, and and this is, like, 6:30 maybe, and so this is, like, rush hour, and everyone's coming home, and we're on Allen and Murray in Beaverton, Oregon, and we are gridlocked in between 4 cars. And there is nowhere for me to go. And I am sitting in the front of my dad's brand new car. And I look at him after looking around in every direction and I say, Dad, I'm going to throw up in your car. And he looked at me, and he said, what? And I just said, did you hear me? I said, I'm going to throw up in your car. And he looked to his left. He looked to his right, and I've never seen a more disappointed man in my entire life. And he just looked at me and said, go ahead.
Why did you roll down a window?
Because we're gridlocked. And I went to it and I said, okay. And then I just fucking threw up so much in front of me. Just like everything came out of me. Just like, I don't think I've ever done it quite as big as I did.
Oh my god!
And then my dad, this is like when carved Bluetooth phones were like just being introduced. Mm-hmm. And so he like turned on the Bluetooth phone and he calls my mom because we're driving back to that house, and he just looks and he says, hey, I think Noah might be sick. And it's like, are you fucking kidding me? I just threw up all over your car.
He might be sick.
And so that's the really shitty time that I had. And then I had this other experience where you guys know, you probably know because you work out in Wilsonville, but you like in Tualatin where that Famous Dave's restaurant is.
Famous Dave's?
It's a barbecue. Famous Dave's.
Never
Yeah.
heard of it.
It's on right off I-5 as you're going. It's literally in Tualatin, so it's like when you're going south on I-5.
Okay.
And it's supposedly this amazing barbecue place. And me and my dad love barbecue, and my sister is not really into it. She doesn't eat a lot of meat, so we had to find a time that we could go when she wasn't around. And so it was like this big deal. We're like planning, and we're like scouting when we're going to go. And we finally figured out, we dropped her off at like some summer camp or something. We're cruising down I-5. We're like, hell yeah, Famous Dave's. It's going to be great. So we walk into the restaurant. There's like no one in there. And it's a huge restaurant. It is gigantic. It's probably about the size of like 2 houses put together.
Yeah.
And there's like one like Mexican guy in the back drinking a cervezas, as they say, and he's just hammered, and it's like, whoa, this is a little disappointing, you know? There's no one in here, that's fine. And so the guy comes up and is like, hey, welcome to Famous Dave's, 2? We're like, yeah, 2. And he's like, oh, cool. And so he sets us down, and they have these little tri-fold menus. The one that they go out like this, they're folded in 3 parts. We sit down at the table, and the guy says, can I get you guys anything to drink? And we're like, oh yeah, we'll both have waters, and can I get a Diet and Coke? And he says, yeah, I'll have a Diet Coke too. My dad says that. And so the guy's like, oh yeah, sure, no problem. And they're like, oh, okay, so far so good. You know, been here for 2 minutes and nothing shitty's happened yet. So far so good. So the waiter comes back with a tray. And these cups are, I don't know, gigantic. They are gigantic cups that are just filled to the brim with liquids. And the guy leans over, still holding the tray, answering a question from my dad on the menu, and spills everything on us. Just everything. My shorts are soaked. My dad's shirt is soaked. I mean, the whole table's flooded with liquid. And my dad just goes, God damn it, this fucking place. He's getting mad. And I go to the bathroom, and this is legend has it from my dad. Some of the liquid got into the menu and like spilled and got into his shoe when he moved tables. And he's like, this is the worst fucking place I've ever been. And I was like, oh my God. And so I come back out. And the guy's like, I'm terribly sorry. He didn't care. He did not care that he spilled it on us. He was like, hey, I'm terribly sorry. I didn't get you guys another drinks. And he was like, yeah, can you get us more drinks, please? Because the other stuff was sitting on that table back there. And he's like, oh, yeah, sure. So he comes back, and I kid you not, he spilled drinks on us a second time.
Oh my God.
I'm not even kidding. He spilled the same drinks on us a second time. And at this point, we're like, we're going to leave. We told him. I know, he was a dickhead. And my dad looked at him and was like, we're going to leave. We're not going to pay for these. We're going to leave. And he said, no. I'm going to get the general manager. And so he goes and gets the general manager of Famous Dave's Barbecues for Oregon, who happens to be there that day. And he comes to us, and he says, I cannot believe, I'm so embarrassed. I am so embarrassed that this happened. Please, let me pay for your entire meal. Everything is on us. Anything, like whatever you guys were going to get, it's on us. Don't worry about it. So we're like, okay, we'll order. And so he comes, and we wait like 10, 15 minutes. He comes and brings us our food. We have the drinks. We're sitting down, and the guy looks at us, and he's like, all right, do you have everything you want? And he's like, yeah, we're good. And he says, okay, if you need anything, I'll be over there. And he turns around, and there's a towel sticking out of his back pocket, and it whipped around and spilled drinks all over the table.
Stop.
No, I swear to God. Spilled drinks all over the table. And this guy, I mean, he was shit white. He was just so embarrassed. And he
That's why they're famous Dave, because they famously spill all this.
Oh my god.
And the guy, he actually, to be honest with you, he kind of looks like your dad, Mitchell.
What?
He kind of looks like Nelson.
It was my dad.
And he fucking, I swear to God, he walked away, turned around, backed up like this and said, whatever you want. Anything in the store you want, we'll get it for you. It doesn't matter. It's on us. You guys want more ribs? We'll bring you more ribs. And he's being like the most sweet man. And it's like, well, we're not going to fucking leave. We just got free food. So we're sitting there eating the food. We didn't have to pay for a fucking thing. And my dad looked at the guy and he said, don't you ever spill drinks on us again. And we walked out and we went back. We kept going back to the restaurant and it never happened again.
Jesus Christ.
God.
So that was a pretty terrible time at a restaurant.
I feel so sad for that waiter.
No, the waiter was a dickhead. He did not care.
Well, I mean, I feel sad that he's such a dickhead. You know, that's why I feel sad for him. I just feel like, oh, what life must he have known?
Yeah.
I recently made an important decision regarding Burger King.
What is it?
That I'm never gonna go back to Burger King.
Why are you never gonna go back to Burger
So
King?
I'm at work Sunday and I go to take my lunch, and usually when I go to lunch I have my phone, so I like internet surf or whatever.
Right.
And I look at my phone and it's dead. And I'm just like, oh fuck. So I go to Burger King and I get a like grilled chicken sandwich, a mango smoothie, and a small thing of fries and like a Diet Coke or a Coke. And I sit down and I'm like, well, I don't have my phone to look at, so I guess I'll just sort of take in this Burger King restaurant. And the seat all the way to the right of me has a family of 4, and a kid is crying for some unknown reason, something to do with his finger, and his dad is like putting a Band-Aid on his finger. I'm like, well, at least it's the kid's crying, but at least, hey, it's a nice little family thing.
The dad probably bit the finger.
Probably bit his finger. It was like, that's what you get for being a bad child. And I look over to my left, and there's like 3 women who just seem like no one I ever want to meet in my life. And I was just like, oh, alright. So I look dead ahead, and a woman walks in, this blonde, short woman, and she is ordering food. And I notice she's sort of like showing the guy attending her, the guy getting her order, like what she wants on her phone or something. And I was like, oh, that's bizarre. Why don't you just tell him what you want? Whatever, must be a big order that she had to write down. And so I go back to my food, and I've eaten almost like half this sandwich, and I take a bite, and I'm just like, oh my god, this just tastes really gross. Like, this is my animal instinct telling me, don't eat this, it's poisonous. So I just set down the burger, and I go, I'm not gonna eat any more of that. And I take my mango smoothie, and I start sipping on the smoothie, and I'm just like, you know what? This tastes like shit too. And I put it down, and I look up, and the woman, the blonde woman who is ordering her food on the phone, is still ordering her food, but the guy taking her order is like having problems. And he's like, so you wanted this, this, and this? And she's like, no, I wanted this, and this, and this, and this. And I was just like, oh god. I was noticing that there's a line of 2 people like behind her. I'm like, oh, for the love of God, what is going on? And I just looked down at my thing, and I'm like, God, this place, what am I
realized
doing here?
You realized you were eating the environment that you were in.
I was just like, I'm in a freaking insane asylum. The only thing that's good here are these fries, and they're cold. They're cold fries.
It's true. Their fries are always cold.
Yeah, I was just like, I mean, the only nutritional thing I can eat here is potato. And so I just take a handful of fries and I shove them in my mouth, and I look back up, and now the supervisor of the guy taking the order is now taking the woman's order, and she is messing up the order. And I was just like, I've got to get out of here. So I just take my full mango smoothie and my half a sandwich and whatever fries are left, and I just throw it in the garbage, and I just get the shit out of there. I'm like, I can't go. So I just drive to work, and I have an ice cream sandwich as the rest of my lunch.
It's like that scene in Juno where she's at the abortion clinic and all the noises are just getting louder and louder, and everything's just closing in on her, and she just bolts out of there.
I've heard a time I've been to a fucking Burger King. I've had a shitty experience too, because one time we were working on this project and it was like a bunch of people, and I took an order. They all gave me cash, and I went and I ran and got the food. And I had to wait behind these 3 guys. And it's us 3 if we never made any development from what we are right now. If we just stayed the way we are right now, but our bodies turned into 45-year-old construction workers. And like, they were like fucking around with the fucking lady taking the order. And then like, the only thing I distinctly remember them saying is the lady was like, and anything to drink? And the guy was like, oh, do you serve beer? And he just was like hitting his friends and like being a tool, and I was like, are you shitting me? You guys are 45 years old eating Burger King at 3:30 in the afternoon. Fucking get it together. And I had this big old order, and the lady got confused, but I will always remember those 3 guys.
Wow.
Burger King is terrible, and my mom used to take me to the Burger King up in like the Burlingame area of Portland, the one that used to have the really like expansive like play structure on the inside. Like when I was really little, I have very, very distinct memories of that place because I remember getting stuck in one of the tubes. And then one of the employees coming up going, you stuck? And then me being like, yeah. And then being like, well, I'm gonna help you out. And they helped me out of the tube. And I was crying and shit. Mom's like, oh, sweetie, I'm so sorry. And I was like, can we just leave? And then she's like, yeah. It was such a bad time.
I'm very sorry about that, Noah.
Yeah, it was a traumatic experience as a child.
Scarred him for life.
It did. I hate those things. The smell of them freaks me out.
I never ate the burgers at Burger King, but I loved their chicken fries.
Oh, yeah.
You know about those? You ever tried those?
No.
They're really good. They've got like some sort of weird seasoning to them.
Yeah, you know what it is? Chicken piss.
Nice, dude. Way to
And
bring it
shit.
home.
A+. I give that joke 5 popcorns.
I give that, whoever fucking listens to this podcast, we actually have no idea who listens to this.
Nobody listens to this.
If anyone at all. If you don't watch it already, watch On Cinema at the Cinema. You can find them all on YouTube. It's Tim Heidecker from Tim and Eric and this guy named Greg Turkington. Hilarious.
It actually depresses me.
Well, it's every single person who is a reviewer on YouTube or has some sort of review show.
Right,
ever.
so it's depressing.
It's so fucking funny. And the thing that I've noticed about Tim and Eric is that if you go into it thinking, oh, they're going to give you the jokes, they don't. You got to watch it, and it's very indirect humor, almost as if it's so bad that it's funny, but in a very purposeful way as far as I'm concerned. Mitchell's just like, no, it's just fucking a shitty thing that, like...
I mean, I get the appeal, and I get the humor, and I get what crowd it's appealing to, but I just watched it, and I just didn't really laugh. I just felt sad.
That's a fair response.
I just felt very, very sad afterwards. It brought me down.
You would like it.
My serotonin was just
What's it called
gone.
again?
On Cinema at the Cinema.
Okay.
And they review movies, and they're like, any movie that had just recently come out.
Isn't it an Adult Swim show?
I don't actually think they air it, but it's on the Adult Swim YouTube page.
I see.
Yeah. It's a good one. I like it. Or highly 5 bags of popcorn and one little tiny mouse for anyone to click on the thing.
So it feels like we're coming to a close.
Let's wrap this up with a slam poem from our guy Noah Marger.
Come on and slam.
And welcome to the jam, Marger. We'll just cut this out.
All right. Okay. All right. Kind of run out of the ones that I'm proud of.
Oh,
So, but no, I got this one. Fucking Tom.
Run out of the ones I'm proud of. Yeah, that's Francis Ford Coppola's career.
He's got like
Oh.
3 or 4 movies, then he's like, I got nothing else. He's got the first 2 Godfathers,
The
Apocalypse
Conversation,
Now,
yeah.
and The Conversation, and that's
Yeah.
it. And then Jack.
What about The Outsiders? What about Twixt?
What about Bram Stoker's Dracula?
I actually do remember liking The Outsiders.
I thought
I enjoyed it.
it just felt flat. It just
I
felt very flat.
I was
to me. It
also 13 when I watched
They
it.
basically just
Yeah, right.
they just copied and pasted the book and then just put it in script form, and they did nothing else with it.
Wasn't Tom Waits in that movie?
I don't think so.
Ooh, no.
Why- Tom Cruise was in that movie.
That's right. Tom Cruise is in that movie.
Tom Waits is one of the outsiders. Hey, stay gold, pony boy.
Wait, I thought he was like. Oh no.
Tom Waits is in Dracula.
That's right. Tom Waits
Tom
is in
Waits
Dracula.
is in Francis Ford Coppola's Bram Stoker's Dracula.
And Matt Dillon is in The Outsiders.
That's
Matt
right. Yeah. And Ralph Macchio.
Is he Johnny?
The one who dies?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so if you haven't read The Outsiders, Johnny dies and he says, "Stay gold, pony boy."
Yeah,
Stay
Johnny
gold, pony
dies.
boy, 'cause only
Jon
silver
Snow
is
dies. Joffrey dies.
The author dies.
Michael Scott on The Office dies.
Let's see.
All right, so I'm gonna read my
Lemony
poem.
Snicket's career dies.
All right, can I read mine now?
Yeah, read it.
Okay, so this sometimes I'll do a thing where I go through phases where I don't write for a really long time, which is something I'm not proud of because I feel like I should be writing something every single day, whether it's a poem or not.
Me too.
But I gotta fucking do that. But a lot of the times when I find myself in a phase where I haven't written for a while and I need to start writing again, I just write at the top untitled and then the date and just fucking go. I just go and I don't have any set idea where I'm going from. But this is called Untitled. This is written on May 11th of 2015, and I said, or my branches, and I don't know exactly what that means, but let's see. Here we go. I thought about you when I saw the dust pirouette down from the storm clouds. I remembered there was good in the world behind the thistles and artichoke hearts we are given. There is more than just a bunch of choked hearts. I thought about missing you, but I yawned and a bat raced out holding my tonsils, reminding me some facts are harder to swallow than others. That love is not a mistake, and there is no red pen for saying the wrong thing. I tumble over my words into an anarchy. It is a dance between my lisp and the corners of your mouth. I hate writing about the body, but nobody is worse than somebody. So if anybody stabs me with my body, I might just be an everybody, instead of a somebody whose stomach hangs low for the trees to spit sap into. I have a home for my body in bed. I think about summer because back then I was somebody. Back then I was with you, but I think it might not have been love I felt, because I shouldn't have to throw up every time I think about you. I shouldn't have to fold sandwiches into salads to be with you, but that other guy liked the act of God, so now every time I think about you with him, I'm reminded that salads taste like shit, and my shit tastes like the corner of the curb, and the flowers growing in my esophagus, and that codependency is not the same as loving someone with all your heart. I cannot afford to dissolve into you anymore. I think about summer and my wings molting away every time I smell the rocks burning. I don't need wings this summer because I've got all of you. I think about you as often, as much as I'm afraid to admit, and as much as I hate to fib, I will say I don't love you anymore. The truth is, I wish I didn't love you as much as I did, because then I wouldn't play catch with the 6-shooter anymore. But I'm okay, because this summer I'll root myself in the ground again and kiss everyone. This summer my branches will come back. This summer I won't care about bodies. I'll put all my eggs in one basket and crack them all in one good decision. I can remember your dust pirouetting down to the ground as you opened your coffins and whispered, "See you this summer, but I think I'm gonna be busy. This summer I'm a tree. This summer I'm a rainforest. This summer I'm a melted popsicle. This summer I'm a stump. This summer I'll get lost in the tender canebrake, and if I ever kiss anyone, it'll be because I know they're not stopping my growth, my body, my rainforest. This summer my tears will plant a garden. I remember your veins spitting at me. I remember my fists nervous for the first day of school and my ankles ready for graduation all at the same time. This time I'm a tree. This time I love you, not because I need to, but because I want to."
Wow. That was transcendent.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to Every Tuesday Night. I'm Mitchell Pratt.
I'm Noah Marger.
And I'm Don McFall.
Good night.
Bottle of reds, ooh, bottle of whites. Whatever kind of mood you're in tonight, I'll meet you anytime you want in our Italian